HOA Crackdown. The pickup truck showdown. It was supposed to be an ordinary Saturday morning when Jason backed his blue pickup truck into his driveway, loaded with groceries and supplies for the weekend. He had just returned from the store, enjoying the peace of suburban life, when a sharp voice called out from behind. Turning around, he saw Linda, the neighborhood HOA president, marching toward him with a clipboard in hand and a familiar scowl etched across her face. "You can't park that truck in your driveway," she barked. Jason blinked in confusion, gesturing to the brown paper bags in the truck bed. "I'm just unloading groceries," he explained. But Linda wasn't interested in explanations. She pointed to a clause in the HOA handbook, stating that commercial-looking vehicles were not permitted in driveways, even temporarily. Jason laughed incredulously. His truck wasn't even used for work, just weekend projects and hauling gear. But before he could respond, four uniformed officers appeared from behind the HOA office, having been called in for what Linda described as a code violation emergency. The absurdity of the situation wasn't lost on Jason. The officers stood awkwardly, clearly unsure why they were summoned for what was essentially a parking dispute. A small crowd began to gather, neighbors peeking from behind curtains or stepping out to see the commotion. Jason, still seated on the tailgate, calmly explained the situation to the officers, while Linda hovered nearby, arms crossed tightly. One officer raised an eyebrow, saying, "Ma'am, this isn't a criminal matter." But Linda remained firm. "It's about standards," she insisted. As the standoff continued, a woman named Sarah from across the street stepped forward. "This is ridiculous," she said, her voice cutting through the tension. "We're wasting police time over a truck in a driveway. He's not hurting anyone." Several others nodded in agreement. Realizing she was losing support, Linda scoffed and walked away, muttering about formal complaints and board meetings. The officers, visibly relieved, advised Jason to finish unloading and left with a chuckle. Jason turned to Sarah, offering a grateful smile. "Thanks for standing up," he said. "HOA Tales just got a new chapter." With that, he hopped off the tailgate, and the neighborhood slowly returned to normal, though everyone knew this wouldn't be the last HOA showdown.